So, oh, it's not even available yet. So there's a new map now. Uh, El Elderlicht, Licht, Elderlicht. I don't know how to pronounce it. But we still haven't beaten Lakeburg yet, and then we're gonna have to do Glenwald. But I have a bit of a deadline to do this because, well, not a major deadline, but they're gonna be resetting the progress soon, the meta progression and the Oraculum, or whatever it is. We But we almost beat Lake Bergen, but it's been a few weeks because I was waiting for more updates. Since I was like, well, I don't know if the camera's on correctly. The game's updated recently, so my the UI might have altered slightly, or my settings might have altered slightly. That changed like the size of the UI. Also, the game's crashing. Don't worry about it. Oh no, there we go. Gonna work clearly. Uh oh, I haven't spent Tainted Essence. Whoops. But yeah, it's been a few days. But yeah, the deadline is they're going to reset the progress. So I'm going to say a month. Probably. Maybe less, maybe more. I have no idea. They mentioned it. I mean, they mentioned it. They might already have it ready. Like for the most part, I have no idea. I I didn't actually read that much into the patch notes because I wanted to be surprised. All I know is about the new town and the fact that it's currently new town, and they're going to be revamping the meta progression, so everything's going to get reset. Because like, if you change because of how the game progresses with all the unlocks and you purchasing upgrades, like how in the world would they program in if they changed everything? Like how in the world would they program in what you've done to like correlate with that? And depending on like how the progression's set up, you might be either much farther back than you were or much farther ahead than you were. So there's like, obviously, forward set makes more sense just from a coding perspective, just so they don't, And on top of that, the main reason is because if you don't reset it, how in the world are you going to know what experienced players that have been playing the game for a while think? Unless they reset their progress. Like, otherwise, you don't have a big enough sample size to know, like, what did the what is the progression right now? So, all right, let's take a look at these guys. Gravedigger. Less health, less healing. So bad. But they're good at isolation and have a bit of damage reduction. Rugged, armored, nice. Okay, so they can take a lot of hits, but they can't shrug off the damage. What's your trees like? You do have coagulation, so this is probably region. I don't think they've changed much. Hmm. Sorry, I'm just. Also, they have really. Oh, the gears reducing the rate at which they gain mana. Oh, these these helmets, these elven boots are probably a detriment. Yes, this accuracy and a +1 to move. God, that is awful. Okay, there we go. That's still not good, but it's respectable as a baseline, anyways. I'm just examining. Oh, they also got Harvester. They're also melee. But they also have Vampirism, which might always be that. No, it's always there's. Sorry, I'm just trying to remember the things I've forgotten about the game. But yeah, there's variation between these same skill trees. Like, the poison skill tree might not always be the exact same set of abilities as somebody else's. For example, oh nope, everybody's got vampirism available. Though obviously not everybody is able to that. But a better example is like this person has sheer power, and this person is a mana collector. Hmm. Person also has coagulation. Person does not, and they also have the most regen. Alright, let's just... we'll focus on those when I start leveling them up. Let's go to Shantala. What was the first character's name? Meg. Damn it, Meg. And Shantala is a soldier. Oh my god. Minus for mana, but just so much more on top of that. All also movement, less dodge. So yeah, not well. I mean, they could still end. That might be a bit of a dodge tank. I mean, they can still dodge with their current equipment. So oh my god, they actually have a good. They actually have a good trinket to compensate for the fact that we have a horseshit trinket on one of our other characters. Your regeneration still less than what I'd like. I'm just trying to take in as much information as I can. Just to make sure I don't mess up the first night. And then we have our mage, who is a minstrel. Do all three characters have a dodge penalty? Yeah, every character has a dodge penalty. That's hilarious. What do you have here? Oof. HP regen in exchange for armor. Oh, but if I take it off, you have so much armor. I mean, I could totally go the Gravedigger and use this to offset their horrible regeneration. And yeah, of course, it'll tank their... Oh my god. Excuse me? Oh, it's because they're rugged. Yeah, that's perfect for them, actually. Sorry, I'm taking a little while to rev up. My brain isn't at full capacity yet. But yeah, that's actually a perfect trade-off. The question is, do I ever want them to be taking damage? Also, wait a second. Okay, so... So this could put double duty. Does this affect? It does. So what I'm going to do for the first night is I'm not going to have them wear it. And then when they level up the second night, I'm going to take Coagulation, which will offset the armor penalty and have the Holy Ring be purely beneficial. Though there's also a question to be made. Do I want to just... So I'm obviously going to boost up their daily regeneration as much as I can. Okay, so it's 13, 7. So minus... Yeah, I feel... Just so they get like the full value of this. So they'll heal at least 19 every night. Still... Yeah, well, once I get Coagulation, this will be benefit. Relatively speaking. Plus the offset will really... will mostly come into play just because, like... That'll affect all forms of healing on them. There's also a question to be made. Do I want to make them a heal tank? So they could... They could heal about like 4, 5, give or take. 4 or 5 every time they get a kill. I said I wasn't going to look at these traits, but just trying to plan a little bit ahead. Yeah, Minstrel. Oh yeah, I just looked at Minstrel. Oh yeah, they... Joinka also has Elf Blood, Haunting, Opportunism. So that's why she has an insane amount of mana regeneration. So Harvester... She could definitely go down this tree and just go nuts. Heck, she might not even need Harvester. That's the funny thing. Is that she might never need Harvester because she already has 19. She's 10 away from getting max mana every single night. That's super good. Her first tier of her like generic tree is kind of, yes, at least in my opinion. Stun chance, that's kind of situational. Actually, something to be stunning them. Applying poison. So apply 50% chance stun, so this would be a 65% chance stun. Applying a debuff. Contagion. I literally told myself I wasn't gonna look at this. Sorry, I just like to think. Oh yes, how in the world am I gonna handle first night? So you're close range melee. Or close range magic user, I should say. How do you hear? How do you hear? And let's just get going. Everybody. I don't know if you can see him, but my dog is right next to me. So I am playing with one hand, which fortunately this game is fine with that. Oh yeah, there's also the panic rework. An enemy that isn't stunned spends an entire turn within the haven. A building located within the haven is damaged. Defenses and ruins only generate a very small amount of panic. Yeah, why is the game audio so low? Or why is the... Oh, it's because of this. This is probably drowning me out. Alright, I just want to turn up the music because goddamn do I love it. You have 19. There's no reason I shouldn't just go like nuts. Because the first night is usually the night that either makes or breaks your run. For no other reason, and it's mostly just like if you mess up really bad on the first night, it will haunt you for the rest of the game. Because early game you have the least amount of resources and least amount of flexibility, so if the first night goes poorly, you can really end up, you know, having to make back everything you've lost. But if you can pull off the first night without a single hitch, it really improves your ability to handle a second night, which is obviously going to be harder. That is usually far more problematic. I believe this will just debuff anything that's not centered on it. I doubt it'll matter though, because I can just kill it. Poison it. Oh, I should have just weak spotted it. Yeah, it's fine. Right, oh, well, maybe I don't want to be weak spotting just yet. Yeah, they're dead to poison. Okay, that person's on the map. Sorry, I need to zoom in. Oh, there's an enemy there. I didn't notice. Sorry if I seem a little low energy. I'm just not feeling myself. I did actually start the stream, correct? Okay. Freaking out. Let's make sure the it was up on my phone. Okay, good. How's my phone doing with charge? Yeah, it still needs like 10 minutes of charging before I can actually use it as a second monitor. Yeah, I need to turn off music again. I must have lowered my computer's like main volume. Let's just max it out. Or maybe one of the songs was just louder for me than I'm used to, so I turned it down. I can't remember. Oh. Clearly calls for AoE. This spread. Of course, honestly, could I even attack this if I wanted to? I could. I can't remember, because it's been a while since I played. I can't remember. I seriously doubt propagation spreads to walls, so we'll see. Doesn't confirm or deny anything, but I feel like if it was going to, it would have. Oh, you're out of. Oh, right, because I used Blaze. I was like, I feel like I should have been able to use more attacks. I'm gonna have you stand here just to make sure this guy doesn't walk into town. Alright, your turn. Sorry, I wanted to. Yeah, this is probably the best place. I want to support a little bit over here because there's a flying dude over there. And actually, no, I just want to make sure. Just want to make sure that this character is close enough that they can. You can't jump over this wall, can you? Well, I mean, wouldn't be this wall, but that one. Let's fortify you, and then have you just like stand against this wall, just to make sure I can support my other character. This kill you? Could, but I don't want to rely on it. Please don't miss like that, my friend. Yeah, they have 54 armor, so I'm not worried about them being too close to the enemy's front. And I can check here if there was any movement left. Let's have them take one step back just so they have two flanks covered by fortifications. This guy couldn't move because he was so damaged and poisoned. Ooh. Okay, luckily they haven't made it so these walls count as in the city. I assume they wouldn't have made it like that. I don't know if they make the city walls count. Because it says within the haven. I assume the border defenses, like the exterior walls, don't count as things against them. Or maybe they do. No clue. Scorching Wave. Okay, let's start with you. Poison you so you don't do anything. Shoot you twice so you don't go flying somewhere where I can't control your movements. Let's hit there and there. Here are the two of you. And I'm gonna have you get ready to support this flank, because now everything's poured out here. Oh, this won't hit our own defenses, and it'll hit every single tile. That seems about right. Yeah, let's use the melee character first. God, if this was like a little bit farther out, I would actually be able to use my Blade Rush, but I guess I'll have to be satisfied with using Blade Rush there. God, I love the sword. When I first played the game, I had no idea what I was doing with the sword. Like, I was constantly using it super poorly. But now that I actually learned how to use it, oh my god, it's just so satisfying to watch your character. It's mostly because I didn't know how to really control my characters, or I didn't know how to use my movement properly. So I'd often end up wasting my character's movement, and then they wouldn't be able to move, or they wouldn't be able to use their attacks. So, you know, yeah, I'll wedge them in this corner. Who attacks them most? Because they don't have any ranged characters yet. I can't attack this thing in the fog, can I? No. Or, I knew I couldn't attack it from if it's in the fog, but I was like, is it is it outside the fog or inside? I think the melee character can handle these guys. I want to be rid of these two. Can I just punch the two of you? So I can. I'm gonna have them hunker down here and then come back out. Oh, it's 17 enemies left. Yeah, we should be good. And position them right here, just because it looks like most of the enemies are coming out on this side. Yeah. Yeah, that's the power of having so much armor. So I've never seen a reason to use the one ability that turns armor into health. Because armor comes back at the end of every single turn, and health only comes back after a day. So unless you're like super healing, like unless you have like some sort of method of like healing like 50 a turn, you know, to compensate for your lack of armor, like I would never see a reason to take it. And like healing 50 a turn, aside from very niche like poison healing with vampirism stacked on top, I don't think I've ever achieved like 50 in a turn. Meanwhile, well, aside from the fact that if you're facing a lot of enemies that like pierce your armor, but there's only like one or two enemy types that do that. Or ignore it, I should say. But yeah. I'm gonna have a melee character move out to here. And then just body block. Just in case. And have the mage finish. The ones over here. Would walk up for a punch, but it's fine. Yeah, I'd rather ration out my abilities, so I'm going to poison you. And a lot of the Crossbow's abilities debuff movement, so slow death and quick shot both reduce movement, and wounds also reduce movement. So if you stack it all up, enemies will find it really difficult to do anything. Alright, 2 tags there, and that should do it. So yeah, it's a perfect night. I mean, we lost a bit of HP on our non-front line, but that's fine, especially once they get. Actually, they have 35 armor, so that's. If it was our... Actually, no. Everybody in this crew has just so much armor. Relatively speaking, anyways. Okay, and you're poison, you're poison, you're poison. Okay, we're done. Oh, glad I didn't botch my first night. I've had, and this is, you know, really embarrassing to say, but I've had times where I've died on the first night. Or, well, not necessarily died, but had like an unrecoverable situation from the first night just because one of my characters got like chopped in half. Like, one of my melee characters, and they just weren't able to keep up with the night at all. Oops. Strong momentum, yes, for momentum, soul harvest, liberate dodge. Funny thing is, my characters only have like 10 dodge between the three of them, so I'm surprised we got that many dodges. Alright, now comes the hard part. Is what in the world do I want to do for my production phase? I think they've changed production. I think they I think they rebalanced, like they weakened goal the mines and the resource givers, these two, and I believe they've given you more like per night. I can't remember though. I like I said, didn't actually read the patch notes because I didn't want to be spoiled on anything. But I believe they made it weaker. Hmm. Right, now that we can get to the shop, these boots. There's only one character I would put these boots on, and that's the person with a lot of mana regen. But I like their mana more than I like that. All right, let's do the night reward first. See if it's something I want or something that can be sold. Okay, give me a second. Wait, they also made it so if you do a perfect like you if you have like um a slightly bad night. When I say slightly, I mean like that you have like one terror level. I think like zero terror is a perfect S rank knight. I believe they made it so if you have like one rank of terror, it's not the end of the world. You still get your knight reward, but if you perfect it, you get a an increased chance of getting something good in your knight reward. I think. Magic orb, battle hat. So, oh, this is where Deathbreak comes from. Big line. So, AoE poison with damage in the middle. Hmm. Or an epic novice staff. This is priced more. Vitality health. I think just for the accuracy, because certain enemies early on can be a terror if you miss them. There's also an argument to be made of selling this and then immediately buying both resource generators. But I I have no idea how much they've been nerfed by. Let me think. Okay. Well, that is in the back of my mind. Let's go through and level up our characters. So you are our front line who's getting coagulation. A rare flat reduction applied to resistance. Oh, enemy. Oh, okay. So piercing their resistance. Okay. My reasoning behind this is that if I take this net because it's rare, it's essentially like 50 times greater than what it would be if it was just like a common. Basically, I'm going to take 1 hit of resist reduction, and I'm never taking it again if I can help it. Mana regeneration. We do have Harvester. Opportunism. I don't really like these. Momentum. Experience. It's so weak. I'll take the daily regeneration. That's fine. Now I'm definitely giving them coagulation. Because the thing is that as long as you have a choke point, and you have like a character with, say, I don't know, 37 armor, or not 37 armor, 67 armor. Thanks, brain. Yeah, this will reduce their armor by 3, but it'll also offset their heal reduction and increase their health regeneration. It's only a loss of 3 for, you know, the ability to remove debuffs on themselves, stuns on others, and yeah, that's pretty good. So it offsets Gravedigger's downside, which is awesome. Ow! My hand slipped off my the arm of my chair, and I just like not tore my thumb apart, but I hurt it that much. Just overstretched it a little. As I so trying to rest my hand on my chair and like put my weight on it, so I just put all of my weight on my thumb, my poor thumb. Wait, you got coagulate. You're a range character. Let's level up, and then you could also turn into, oh my god, 34 armor. That's insanity. And then 50% healing received. Let's re-roll. You don't have the poison tree, so this is entirely useless to you. Experience gain. Let's re-roll again. Stun chance. I guess. It's a bit unfortunate, but it's fine. It's a little early for coagulation, plus they already have the perfect armor value. I like how they have the debuff tree, but like, where the heck? Well, okay. Aside from, God, if they had the poison tree alongside the debuff tree, our other character has it. There might be an argument for them to go down both these trees. This character, and then we find like a druid staff. Because the druid staff really loves when enemies. It had its basic attack does like 50% bonus damage if the enemy is debuffed somehow. So also the stun chance isn't necessarily lost because I might get like a longbow on them. I think it's longbow and not shortbow that has like the ice attack that can stun. Honestly, here didn't move this turn. God, I really love what they did with steady aim. Way back when they changed it, I think it was changed when I last played too. But the fact that it's just didn't move this turn, because before it was like if the character didn't move the last turn, like it was something that you got a bonus if you just stayed in the same spot forever. But this character could use all of their attacks with bonus range and accuracy, and then move, and then start their turn again. I take Harvest on them just so I can go absolutely wild with their skills. Because I really love going wild with the hand crossbow. Honestly, yeah, aside from Blink. I mean, it's an argument to be made for it, but going down this full tree, because this increases crit as you have missing mana. So you could totally... You could totally just, like, completely max out this tree, aside from Blink. And just, like, go down to, like, like, just throw every drop of mana you have. And then, let's say you crit, like, 3 times. You know, that's, yeah, that's 6 mana back, and then you can do it again. Use all 6 of your mana, and you know, every 7 mana you spend, you get another action point, so you can get 2 more attacks that might crit as well. So you can just keep going. Also, avid learner. Punch. Is that in there? I feel like I don't remember that. Maybe I just never seen it. But maybe it's also new. But yeah. Sorry I'm taking so long just like looking at the characters, but it because I'm not just going to see how far I can go. I'm intending to fight the boss. I want to make sure that my characters are, you know, obviously getting prepped for the final boss fight. You know, because I want to beat this area, then beat Glenwald, fight the druids again, which I can only imagine how much more difficult they've become since the last time I beat them. Which I haven't beat them since they were moved from the first town that we're currently in, Lakeburg, to obviously Glenwald that we're now in. But yeah, going down this tree. Question is, do I want Harvester? I might just get... Energized and Mana Collector. Yeah. I think I might just get Energized and Mana Collector from this tree and just go through every single one of these that are good. Ooh, Volatile Projectile. God, Volatile Projectile can cause like weird shit to happen because it like it says, they can now propagate diagonally. So it causes like weird stuff where things will just go. Like I've had it where a character in melee, or what, not even in melee, was adjacent to an enemy, and volatile reaction caused like just this awesome, just amazing zigzag straight to the caster, and I was like, what the hell? Thanks, game. It was like a field of like 8 or 9 enemies, and it was like, yeah, just beeline straight to the caster. It's like shit, dude. You could have literally just bounced between like the same like 3 or 4 enemies, because it can like bounce circularly. Or I think it'll go into a line, and then once it's stopped, it'll keep like going. It potentially goes in circles. Well, yeah, maybe it's just the last target it could go for. I have no idea. I don't know how provocation like is actually coded to like to know what it's actually doing. If I can like predict what's gonna happen. I mean, I know certain parts of it, but just not like. It's like, will it try to hit everything once that it can, or is it completely random? I have no idea. But yeah, besides that, when applying poison, enemy that's already poisoned, do I have? I do have a stun. So I will go stun first, and then I'll get poisonous, and then I'll come back for septic shock. Probably. God, that contagion just sounds like it's gonna go crazy at times. I haven't actually played much with contagion. I don't really understand how it works. I don't know if you can. Okay, well, it says when applying debuff to a unit, also apply contagion. That implies that when contagion spreads debuffs, it would also apply contagion again. So it implies that it's self-propagating or propagating. I mean, whether or not it is or isn't, it doesn't really matter. It's still good. You know, expanding the AoE of poison, which, you know, sorry, I just want to mention this. Potent toxins. Like, yeah, 70%. Like, okay, if you take the two of these, this definitely becomes a lot stronger. Because 75 times 3 minus 1, or never mind. It's long form mathematics. It doesn't matter. But or well, actually, it's obviously not the correct formula. But the difference between like 3 turns of poison or 2 turns of poison, whichever, becoming 1 versus 1 extra with the applied 75%. Like the more turns it normally lasts, the better the increase of damage. And obviously killing things faster is better, but it's also like, ugh. Also apply contagion. Wait a second, what? Wait. Sorry, give me a second. I need to think. Oh well, I mean, contamination. Hmm. Both is probably good because that's every debuff, and this is just poison. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the fact that these are all common. Well, uh, 15 dodge is very amazing. But I feel like I want the 10% damage increase. Propagation damage, range, man, let's reroll. Healing received, daily regeneration. Honestly, this character should never be taking damage. Sure. Unless I see some form of. Wait. Yeah, no. Healing received, actually. Because Toxic Leech, whenever a unit takes poison damage within a range of 5, heal 2. So that would actually almost cause it to become heal 3. So yeah, that's probably good. Sorry I'm taking so long to level up. I'm just gotta get back in the swing of things. You're stunning. Now it's back to this. I mean, I know what I want to build because I love building ballistae. Oh, uh, limit. Okay, gonna be honest. Limit of 40. Also, limit of 6 is probably perfect. Like, who the heck is using more than 6 warp gates? Because you put like one here, one at each side, so 4, and then like maybe like one in the middle, or like one where the boss spawns. But when the heck would you be using 6 of these? Or when would you be using more than 6 of these? Wait, 40 ballistas. Sorry, I'm just laughing at myself because I like the ballista spam. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You could still end up. I mean, you could still end up with a lot of ballista. Or ballista, I should say. I believe that's the pluralization. Going to the Oraculum. Welcome to the Oraculum, Commander. What the? Lower your voice, fool, or you will get us caught, and all will be for naught. Wait a second. Have we already had this conversation? What is this place? The Oraculum is what I said. Are you deaf beyond dead? A rather formidable place, if I can say so myself, looming from the fathoms of your shattered mind. Who are you? I am the shadows. I am the dark. I am the deep pain inside of your heart. Don't tell the other one, for I will help you. Let it be a little devious secret between you and me. Would you be so kind as to partake of those useless souls you collected from the slain? In exchange, I will share power and arcana to help in your formidable quest. Victory is mine. You really taught those feathered vermin to behave, didn't you? I like your methods, dear. Ew. I see artistic flair with blood and guts for paint, weapons for brushes, and ruins as your canvas. Never seen this dialogue before. Clearly, that's why it's appearing. But yeah, I guess they might have already done the meta progression change, or maybe this dialogue just like play out, and then everything will go back to the way it was. I have no idea. Not to mention, their essence is absolutely delicious. I shall thank you for this delicacy. Let's just continue this little understanding we have. As a token of goodwill, I will answer your next question truthfully. Do as well. Are you satisfied now? Am I? You're an intriguing one, my dear little lamb, unleashing even more destruction upon an already destroyed world, revealing legends only to cut them to shreds, all in the name of. I'm about to say all in my name. All in the name of altruism, revenge, redemption, mere survival, or could it be pleasure? Perhaps we have more in common than you dare to believe. Don't we? Such a taste for blood. Yeah, I obviously already have catapults unlocked. Yeah, I guess it's just. Oh, they added the jeweler and the alchemist. Oh, that is a new. But yeah, obviously, my progress with this character's dialogue has rolled back, so I can actually see that. Uh, oh yeah, I didn't mean to drop out. Uh, traps, catapults. I've never seen the catapult before, and based on the fact that they've nerfed defenses to only have a limited number of each, I assume that spreading out your defenses is what the net. I mean, it was always intended. They didn't intend for someone like me to, instead of using walls, just blanket the map with ballista. Like, you should have seen, like, my last run. I had just, I think, like, probably double what the current cap game has on ballistas. Like I literally had like a 2 layer thick wall of ballistae. Yeah, just bad. Rejoice, O earth and sea, for I have come with gifts in hand. Oh my! Fear not, mortal. I wish thee no harm. Yes, for I am hope, a whisper in the dawn, a promise of light. I think I know you. I feel like I've had this dialogue before. I was two, but now I am one. A gleam, a mere refraction of what I could become. Nowhere. Oh, where are we? I guess that's what I just said. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I thought I was just progressing the dialogue rather than clicking on the dialogue option. My apologies. Nowhere and everywhere. We dwell. We dwell. Sorry, that feels like it's not a word when I say it. I feel like I'm biting my tongue as I try to pronounce dwell. We dwell. It's because of the voice I'm trying to do. We dwell deep down and high above. Come to me whenever thou achievest mighty deeds, and I shall reward thee and thy people. I don't know if I'm speaking too softly. Sorry. It's hard to do female voices at like a normal volume. And let us rejoice, for thou wilt live again, until thy work here is done. Now go, my prodigal herald of hope, and come again. Prodigal is different from um, like when someone says prodigy, they're meaning like somebody who excels, a genius of their craft, or an early upstart, an early bloomer, whatever. But prodigy, God, I'm so not used to having to say this word because who the heck uses the word anyways in modern day? But prodigal means wastrel, means somebody that like wastes their money, efforts, or other people's money. Yeah, basically, it's a rich kid's son that just wastes all of his shit on like coke and hookers, for lack of a better example. But yeah, what mean? Oh, and then we have won. We've won. Thy heroic deeds are worthy of praise, my child. Many shall see another day, thanks to thy courage. I can foretell that wicked beasts shall fall again and again under thy holy blades of thy soldiers. Thy quest has only begun, not only in this orb, but also in its myriad echoes. Magical flows have shifted, yet I feel another haven is in dire need of thy helping hand. I broke another seal. That thou did, mine fierce warrior, and thou vanquishedst the worm, and I know not if it is for the best or for the worst. I feel like we didn't actually vanquish the worm. I know I didn't defeat the. God, I forgot the name of the boss of this area. I'll figure like Sateshua? Sateshua? I'm not good at pronouncing words that have never been spoken out loud to me. But it's definitely not true. The delicate balance of occult powers has already been strongly disturbed. I wonder what unpredictable effects that feat might have. And yet, thy quest shall carry on, as more of our kin will soon perish here, or another echo if thou stayest. God, I hate ye olde English. Grab my phone. Just because I can't see certain things aren't on my overlay. So, um, stayest? If thou stayest idle. Sorry, I couldn't say that with an accent because I'm. Am I withstanding with this yearly shit? Not all corrupt bonds between elemental orbs and this one shall have been severed yet. Far from it. Receive my blessing for thy wondrous accomplishments. But yeah, part of me is really excited to because I never seen boss dialogue before. Like I beat the druids, and they didn't have like unique dialogue mentioning the druids back when I beat the druids for the first time. And of course, like, there was only one map at a time, so every time you beat the druids, they wouldn't have new dialogue for you. It's like, hey, you did it again, good job, bravo. So, it's been a while since I've even seen the dialogue for defeating the druids. So I imagine that's different now. But yes, I like how I'm looking at this, like, oh, what do I want to finish on this one? When I need to remember that all this progress is going to be for naught once the game resets. Which means I have to be 2 more this one, which I'm already very close to beating. Well, not right now, obviously, I just started, but in terms of meta progression, I should be capable of beating them now that I know what's going to happen. And I think they changed the boss, because last time I beat them, they took so many turns. Like, you had one part of it invulnerable, you had to beat that part. And when you beat that part, it didn't make the other part go vulnerable, so you had to wait another turn for that part to appear. And then you had to repeat the process like 5 times, which, I didn't realize that it was going to take, like, 10 turns to fight the boss. So I was like, oh, I have neglected my other ends, because I was like, well, hopefully the boss isn't going to last forever, because I thought, oh, well, I could kill it in 1 turn with the amount of heroes I had supplied. But of course, due to the invulnerability window, which I always hate bosses where it's like, oh, you can't do damage for X amount of time while it does this attack. It's like, oh, like, at least when it's like, well, this is when you should be dodging, like in Dark Souls or something, when there's an attack that you could damage them in, but it's just such a pain in the ass to do that. I'm really fine with that, because you could tank the damage depending on, like, if it's stunning you or not. You could potentially tank the damage and do damage yourself. Like, it's a choice rather than, like, mandatory, like, sit down, shut up, and wait. I don't like. I don't enjoy them personally. But this doesn't have any attributes on it, so there's no point of equipping it aside from just, like, having another set of attacks. Oh my! Devil's armor. For a second, I thought it had the gold value in the top right. That it was just worth 10 gold, and I was like, damn, 10 gold for all that? Like, no, it's 34 gold. Understandable. I'm good. Why did I come back here? Oops. Sorry about that. Oh, okay. I figured out what I'm going to do now. I'm going to start off by building houses. That's what I'm going to do. It's a limit of 4 houses. Build them. Upgrade them. And we're going to be attacked from this side. Let's get this out of the way. Break it down for gold. Upgrade 2 of the houses. Break this down for gold. Take this house. Upgrade it. Yes, continue going for the gold. So now we'll have, like, a full workforce, and then on the next turn, I will I'll put in place both of the. Whoops, wrong minute. I'll put down one of each of the gold mine and scavenger camp, and then upgrade that to, like, a comfortable level, and then just, like, let that carry me to the late game. But yeah, now we have enough for. I'll make use of the defenses we already have. I'm gonna put a ballista there. And I'm gonna put a ballista also here. And then I'm gonna save the rest. Yeah, because this ballista is only under threat if an enemy were to, like, go down and then turn this way. So, odds are this ballista is gonna be here for a while. Unless it's flying enemies. Of course, flying enemies will screw it. But do like it like that, and I like having my ballista screwed. No, right, let's just make it like completely. Just box it in a little. Just, I mean, because it is a proper. What's the, oh, I should really do this. Seasoned operator. Oh, that used to be for gold, by the way. I guess that's to make up for the fact that they're limiting the amount that you can put on the field. So instead of making you upgrade it with gold, they're just letting you upgrade it with materials. So you can effectively have the same as 40 or not 40, 80 ballistas that are unupgraded. Or at least in my opinion, relatively cheap, actually. In comparison to like the 80 materials and the 50 gold. The 50 gold like hurt like hell. But yeah, that's definitely a welcome change. And then I'll probably get like, at least for early game, I'll probably put like 2 ballistas on every wall just to handle like riffraff, and then put like 1 on each of the 4 corners of the circle, just so anything that pierces the town that's just making a beeline for my circle will just get like torn up by ballistae. Okay, let's look at the shop. Provocation bounces. Though to be fair, you got to remember that these bonuses, you can hold something in your unused weapon slot and shield slot depending, and you can get this benefit, like to say the +1 propagation bounces on somebody that's never going to use this rusty hammer ever, aside from like emergencies when the alternative is like to punch something. So you can slap that on a character that actually makes use out of that buff, or say this +3 damage. That's +3 damage to anybody. You never had to use the spear, but on the spear is super energy heavy. Magic hat, ants. Also, they made it so the shop now naturally, and this might have been there the last time I played, but now the shop naturally upgrades over time. Not this part, but the quality of the goods in here no longer requires you to shove money into it. Which, oh my god, it is so nice, because it's just like, why would I go after the shop? That I would have to. Why would I upgrade the shop so I can buy better, more expensive things out of it? It's like, it's ridiculous. It's like it's just like a ward from Diablo 1, where you had to pay him to see his like his stock, which I think was only 1 item at the time. To see like 1 item, which was I was like, oh my god. So I played 2 first, and I'm like, God, I want Geed back. I hate this. But the fact that you had to pay like an enormous sum, and then just to look at the item you can't afford because Wart's prices were just insanity. Oh my god. Obviously, this game doesn't have that problem, and they don't have their own personal Wart. Or Wart, not Wart. No, honestly, it's not much of a pain to demolish this. I don't want to click on it because I don't know if this is gonna. Okay, yeah. The game would let me demolish it. Well, I think it's just fair because you could potentially like buy it again, so you could tear it down and then build it again. But like, eh. I mean, if the shop somehow got destroyed, I have bigger concerns than rebuilding that. Alright, sorry, I've just been mostly talking. I've I don't want to be having like a full blown like. I don't want to be having a conversation and then having to be focused on combat because I could end up getting myself killed if I'm not careful. If I'm just talking about random stuff. So if I go on like a massive tangent that I actually want to like invest some effort in like talking about, I usually like pause whatever I'm doing. In terms of this game. Well, yeah, I didn't. Let's give it like another cursor glance. Liability. I don't like the. Actually, the damage downgrade for a range upgrade. Also, it messes with my mind that if you look at the effects, I wish I could hover my cursor over it, but I can't. But momentum and follow are like flipped. On the mithril sword, it's momentum and then follow, and on the rusty sword, it's follow then momentum. Just part of that just bothers my. I mean, yeah, I have OCD. It's just it's not as blatant as other people. It's more so just my brain is easily messed with. I can't remember the last time I used the two-handed sword. You know what? Let's take it to try it out. Just because I haven't used it in ages. Yeah. Sorry to the people that don't want to hear me talk and just want to see me play video games. Or play the game, but I mean, never mind. It's fine. Sorry. Oh, I do not want to turn on turbo mode. Okay, wait a second. Did I mean, yes, I can't look at it, but I was like, did I make a mistake? No, I feel like I would have noticed. So yeah, could charge. So I'm sorry, I'm just like trying to figure out this. Okay, so I can. Okay, it was just out of range. Oh yeah. No, sorry, just being dumb. Okay, so this is essentially like the other sword. I'm just trying to make sure I don't make a mistake. Okay, but the difference between this and the regular sword, the one-handed sword, is that it doesn't have follow. Okay. Let's go here. Slam into these guys. Switch weapons. Oh, whoops, sorry. I'm trying to, like, I forgot that the hotkeys in this game are the number keys rather than the letters just below them. So I kept, like, pressing the buttons like, I feel like my hand is in the exact spot I want it to be, but something's wrong. Yeah, let's AoE just clear things up. Honestly, I was probably overkill. I'm gonna be honest. What I mainly just wanted to use it. So if you stand right there, I'm gonna have everybody stand Oh, that's block for you. Right. I forgot you aren't tanky. Everybody else is, though. I mean, they shouldn't be getting attacked, relatively speaking. Yeah, let's have everybody just, like, right up against the wall. This character might take, yeah, just slight bit of damage. This one doesn't take anything. And yeah, that little barrier protected them. I literally just move over here. This could kill you. It'll definitely kill you if I just, like, dance. Do that. Once again, don't really need to be doing all this overkill. Sometimes I just waste the mana for no other reason than because I like the look of the ability. So sometimes you'll see me just like make like just you'll see me like waste the mana, and you'll be like, "Why'd you do that?" And I'll be like, "Because I wanted to see the the animation that plays when you do the ability." Oh yeah. Didn't really need to go so hard. This guy will probably, well, because he's going to take the damage from the poison. He is going to be so slow that he's just going to get in the way of his comrades. I'm going to have you properly hide. You armor up. You're durable enough that I'm okay with you standing in this choke point. Yeah. The other characters are well. This one probably won't be able to move much either, if at all, and not even. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The ballista taking out the flying enemies that are pathing over that way. Oh, it is so good. Just so I don't have to deal with the flying enemies, because I believe the flying enemies have a bit of dodge. But I mean, every enemy has like a little tiny, like even these claws. I know it's in the top right. Unfortunately, I can't point to it. Stun resistance, block, HP. There's a little UI, which I'm covering up. Right, I just realized. Yeah, what I'm mentioning is covered up by me. Give me a second while I move myself. Where wouldn't I be covering anything up? I feel like everywhere on the screen I'd be covering something. Give me a second just to like look through. Yeah, if I go into this menu, you know what? Yeah, okay. I'm going to take my webcam. Sorry. I think my my capture's all fucked up because I'm currently trying to move where my webcam is, but it currently tells me that I'm in the corner that I'm not in. There we go. Maybe I had two. Maybe I had two at the same time. Please let me select it. Let's move me directly under night. Or the I like the this. Sorry, my brain's frying. But yeah, you couldn't see this in the top right now. It's what I was covering up with my fat face. I feel like I'm gonna be covering stuff. I feel like this will. I feel like I'm gonna be constantly covering stuff up. I feel like no matter where my face is, I'll be covering something up. It doesn't matter. Even the bottom right, I won't be covering anything up. Guys, let's try moving myself to the bottom right. Sorry, I'm just messing around with the camera right now. Watch me immediately have like a menu that uses this corner right here, and I'm just like, God damn it. Okay. Now that I'm no longer belly aching over minor realities, let's. Oh, you have harvester, so yeah, this is actually perfect for you to do. See how many things we can kill with you. You do not miss. Okay, hide you there. It's just almost over. Oh, that was a mistake. But the funny thing is, this character has so much mana generation that it doesn't matter that I made that mistake. I can literally just go nuts and not be punished. Oh, whoops, not there. I wanted to use this choke point, which should stop like a handful of enemies from advancing. I'll also put them there for the same exact reason. Just for a few enemies to like maybe stop. Instead of like hitting my mage who has less durability. Case in point. Okay, let's use you to soften up the horde. And then we'll use a few more attacks on the squishiest. Soften them up. And knock them down. And then hide you again. We could buff you up. Defenses, have you do the same. Yeah, they're still gonna end up. They're still gonna end up with a max mana. There's only 15 enemies left too. Yeah, there's a crawler scaring the pants off of me. Sorry. Oh yeah. Right, let's see if we can't soften up some targets so we can get some mana from them. Let's get rid of you. Let's not waste any of this character's mana from here on out. This character, yeah, they're not going to be having mana troubles anytime soon. Oh yeah, just finish you guys off with a punch. I could have ended it on that turn, but I would rather save up some mana. Yeah, they should be pretty good after this. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna have you punch this guy, hopefully knocking him down to a reasonable HP level. Wait, what? I was like, wait a second, there's one more enemy? It's like, no, there isn't. But yeah. That's 70 enemies, give or take. Not bad. 3 HP lost. Quantity over quality. Yeah, we did a lot of AoE. And the best part is we lost, like, barely anything. Like, yeah, I think you, because you can spit your mana out just so easily, and this place is a bit of a ball lake, to say the least. You'll solo here. And two of them will go there. Alright, let's start by laying down the gold mine. Okay, see if we can't upgrade it as much as possible before using it. Alright, so we got it maxed out. And wait, what's the limit on these? I mean, I've never run more than one gold mine before. Usually this feels excessive at that point. Ooh, ooh. Yeah. That is, oh. If it wasn't for the fact that it was against the druidic staff that I said I wanted for my mage, tears me apart that the power ring +1 multi-hit, XP gain, and damage all together versus epic druidic staff. Ugh. Hate it. I hate. Damn you, game! Alright, let's then build our scavenger camp. Hmm. And then, of course, no point of upgrading the amount of workers that it requires to be used, because I don't have any workers left. So yeah, we're just going to invest in our production. And that's that maxed out. So I guess they made it so you invest less in... Like, you don't just have, like, one gold mine, one scavenger, and that's it for the entire game. Because you used to be able to make it so, like, this would do, like, the work of two. Now it doesn't produce as much. But you could, of course, build another two. If you really wanted to just go nuts with pure economy. Which, there's an argument to be made for it, but not now. Yeah, I want... Okay, oh, I can't... Oh, I wish I could put it right there. For the same reason this is here, let's put this here. I wish this road wasn't here. Put that there. And now, just as I can, this will be the oh, I'll eventually upgrade it, but this will be the one that protects the circle from this direction. Not directly protects the circle, like because it's actually covering this area. Yeah. Okay, those are repairable if I really wanted to do so. Of course, I'm not selling this. Is anything I'm missing out on? Nothing that I can't accept as a loss. Okay, you getting 34 more armor. I can't argue with that. Do you even have... You do have that, but... I mean, yes, they could become a heal tank. Oh. I mean, yeah, just shoving poisonous and toxic leech on two of my characters would make things pretty insane for the amount of healing that they're going to get done. But with 98 armor, I feel like I should probably invest in other things. Hmm. So 8% physical damage. So an 8% damage increase because I don't intend to, I don't like to mix damage types, personally. Unless I have a character that's really good at it. Best. Sorry, I thought that said best friend, and I'm just like, huh? God, am I blind? Where the heck is the free damage types? Oh, there they are. Sorry, I. You know, this character, due to their +4, they're actually better in melee than our main character is. Or not main character. Our melee character is weaker at melee than our secondary melee character. Is that coming from something? One of your traits, yeah. But still, I'm not going to. Where am I? Hmm. Good question. What do I want to do with you? No, no, they have low base. Or no, they have an insane. This might be a character that you might want. And then, oh no, there it is. Flexibility. Because I could have them just constantly mixing up their attacks. Ugh. But it also feels like micromanagement to me. Hmm. Alright, let's. First things first. Let's level up our melee character. Healing received, experience. I don't think you really need any of this. Mana regeneration. What am I giving you for mana regeneration? I could give you Harvester. I could give you Harvester. This hit of extra mana regeneration. Skill range is really finicky with melee characters because it does increase the range of certain abilities, but say like Slice doesn't increase its range, obviously. Dash can have an increase. Basically, if it has the indicator, this indicator, it means it can be modified. And not all melee attacks can be modified. Like, let's say, like yeah, only Shard is modifiable. So yeah, it's. I mean, the alternative is I reroll into potentially something completely useless. So yeah, I'll take the mana regeneration. And then the question is 17 mana going to be enough? Or do I want to have them go crazy? Do I want them to be constantly... Do I want them to be constantly going crazy and using every drop of mana every single night? Yeah. I might not necessarily be throwing mana at the wall, but I will definitely do it like that. Um... Steady aim, execute. That's obviously not best. Coagulation. Since you're a range character, you don't really need more armor, considering you already have so much. Attacking a unit with full HP, the attack gets 15% critical chance. Cherry picking. Third eye, steady aim. Do I want you with... Actually, yeah, probably mana collector, or critical runes, and then mana collector. Do I also want you being the same way? Oh, because I want you to be going down these two paths. I'll obviously take poison now. But yeah, I want you to be popping off with your skills constantly as well. Ooh, just 8% damage. Yeah, I'll take that. And they have coagulation. If I take this, plus 20, which I'm going to take. If I take this plus 20, I give them coagulation as well. They get 36 more armor. And they really don't have to worry about taking damage ever again. Within reason, of course. Like, armor really is nice to take the edge off. I've had characters that had more armor than HP. Yeah, max 500. Well, the max health is 750. So, which I've never seen. I don't know how you get that high. But yeah, I've had armor higher than health. I mean, I've also had like health regen higher than health because the two of them combined together. So it's been a while since I've had that run. Which, oh my god, was it disgusting. What was switch your weapons you have to have? Okay, let's level you up. I don't like how they're all common. Let's... I could also give this character Mana Collector, which would allow them to also go crazy. Or I could just give them more mana to play with. And then still give them Mana Collector eventually. I mean, it's still 6% chance to get 2 mana. Both of these are great. Oh, the question is one. I mentioned this before, but like, I could take this rare increase and then never touch critical again, and then like take mana at a later date. Which you already have so much mana and so much mana regeneration that I feel like critical is so much more useful at this point. And I have to take one of these. Propagation. Mission experience gain, critical power, momentum. I mean, yeah, they are using the Druid staff, so propagation, and it's rare. Yeah, I'll go with that. Since it is rare, I like one rare could make up for like, at least in my opinion, like one rare can equal like two commons. So I like to take the rares when I see them, assuming that they're useful. If they're completely useless in like a stat that the character doesn't use, then I avoid them like the plague. I've already got these characters set up where I want them. I don't have any money for this shop. Right. Yeah, let's go. Man, none of these three characters are damaged at all. Let's start from. Oh, I can't actually. Oh, stupid blockers are in the way. All right, well, have fun, buddy. All right. These guys are all dead. I'm gonna need the seer. I was about to call it the oracle. The seer to peel back some of this fog, but it's still manageable. I think I can do like 1 or 2 more nights before the fog has to be pushed back every night. Or not, well, it doesn't have to be pushed back every single night, but every single day until it's pushed back to the map edge. Because I currently can't move over this area. So the character can act. They've already done plenty. Let's poison you, poison you. Oh. Sorry, like I just like wanted to admire the graphic for a second. Gonna hate that. Let's just start shooting into the crowd. Yeah, this character is perfect where they are. Floating one action. Oh, I really hope those. I really hope those things don't do what I think they're about to do. My ruins. But yeah, they're dead now. I was hoping that they might lose more speed, but it's fine. Yeah, let's hit you guys with this. This character has harvesters, so I mean, aside from having... the only thing we need to worry about is them not running out of mana on the night that we're, actively using the mana. As long as they don't run out of mana during the actual, combat. That is all that really matters. I'll have you stand back there, just look pretty, I suppose. Just gonna have it bounce between these two just to make sure they die. Because I hate them being in the way. I'm not gonna Grand Entrance. Grand Entrance follows. So just like my sword would follow whenever I did the slice and, replace where they were standing, the Grand Entrance can do the same thing. And send my fairly squishy ranged character right in the middle of everything. Not gonna do that. I'm dumb, I'm not that stupid. But yeah, I might actually go for the Oracle immediately after, because we're a little bit too close. If not Claws, if dashers or runners, I think they're called runners. If the runners can immediately spawn on the map and then immediately run up here, that is yeah, they're called runners. And that's way too close. The fact that they can get in immediately is too close for my comfort. You can all be free to die. Let's get rid of you. So this character does have poison, so they will deal 30 damage to all these enemies, which, you know, should kill the 3 of them. So this shouldn't be the worst position ever, because it still has 2 flanks covered, so most of this character can be attacked by. Spit acid as well. Oh, that's interesting. But aside from ranged characters, this character can only be attacked on 2 places, or from 2 tiles. This should be good. Oh, whoops. Oh, yeah, because this is here. I was trying to jump over them. Speaking of jump over, I could, but I won't. I'm gonna have them stand with their back to this, so I think things from the mist can attack you if you're standing outside them. I have no clue. Do not quote me on anything I said, because I could almost certainly be wrong. In fact, I'm probably wrong more often than I'm right. But yeah, we're already nearing the end of the night. Let's get you here, just to clog this guy's path. Though you might have to cover here as well. And you're done. See? Yeah. God, I love how my favorite thing is there's nothing better than having an end of turn effect happen, and then that end of turn effect trigger. There's nothing worse than when you do that and then you have to wait till the next turn. That's my least favorite thing in certain games, where you do an effect and then it doesn't immediately take effect. It's like, oh, I put this poison on you at the end of my turn. It's like, well, the start of my turn happened before the end of your turn somehow. So, you know, I am completely unaffected. This makes me sad. Thankfully, this game does not have that problem. The only times this game makes me sad are for the exact same reasons I bought it, which is, you know, when my characters I've I've raised from the ground and have built up just die unceremoniously, which is usually my fault. Almost always my fault, actually. Yeah, man, I mentioned this before, but I'm so glad. Well, not this stream, but I'm so glad games in this genre aren't dead, because this is one of my favorite genres. Like the turn-based, like strategy defense games. Like, I used to play Flash games in this exact same vein when I was a little kid, and oh god, I love them. So, like, you know, this is definitely one of those games that, oh, it hits different now. Like it definitely hits like the right spots for me. So I was just looking at that, but yeah, this game is definitely. I was gonna say, well, it's definitely one of my favorite games. Like, I could definitely say that, because it's just. I was about to say nostalgia bait. For me, it is, at least. For me, it is somewhat nostalgia bait. It's not even. It's not even the right way to phrase that. Yeah, let's fully upgrade these. and then grab all this stuff. Track. So wizard code. A lot of armor. A lot of movement speed. Okay. What about okay? Let's first look at this. Okay, this is the melee ranged weapon, which I don't really like. And this is a rusty two-handed sword. So yeah, we're gonna take this cloak. Oh, my mom's calling me. Give me a second. I'm gonna mute myself. Yeah, sorry about that. Alright, but yeah, we're gonna take this Inquisitor's coat. I was about to say cloak. Yeah, resistance, dodge, isolation, critical power. The only downside is it causes you to lose a tiny bit of movement, but great. Oh yeah, now Desir. Hell the fog, please. And we're gonna be doing this every night, which costs 3 people. Kinda makes me want to expand the workforce. The workforce. The workforce. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if these used to be used up, but I used to never take these under the assumption that they were like a one time thing. But like having these like one shot extra attacks, assuming that it's an attack you don't already have, or if it's just an attack that you super need another one of, every every now and again, you still use the mana, but it doesn't take an action. So if you have one of these, like say this triple swipe, like oh my god, just throwing that out there. Just yeah, 2 times a night is pretty great. And of course, potion of health if you don't have a other method of healing yourself is also amazing. I'm just looking to see if there's anything I want to do to expand my arsenal. But I don't see anything that's action points. Not bad. I mean, 2 action points is amazing. But I okay, I probably do have the gold for it if I just go. Oh no, no, I don't. I might be able to make it. I mean, okay, here, that's 6. What is it, like 28? Yeah, so I just need a little bit. Ooh, oh, I just the O button, which opens the curriculum. But yeah, yeah, this is block the kettle hat. So yeah, we can. I will buy it. I could wait until a level 3 energy potion, but I don't even know if those exist because I don't remember seeing one. But regardless of the fact that, I mean, yeah, +2 energy and just gonna throw that on my mage because they can make the most use out of their abilities. Now the question is, who do I want this on? Probably you. They were already sorry. They were already wearing something that was reducing their movement. So this is purely beneficial. Alright. Block versus health. And of course you're out of equipment, so let's shove that back onto you. But yes, very nice. Question is, am I sure? I mean, they're gonna be my poison characters, so they kind of do need to be at least a little bit durable. So yeah. If they get mana collected, they won't need mana harvester anymore, probably. So I probably just won't touch that. I'll poke. I'll pick up mana collector and because yeah, it did give them crit. So they should be good on that front. When applying poison to a unit currently poisoned, apply 50% chance to stun. That's amazing. I believe, and this might not be the case, but I believe things that were just stunned get a bonus to stun. But that might also be Darkest Dungeon. It is. But part of me remembers. Well, I mean, it only lasts one turn, anyways. Why say that? If I get Hex and Septic Shock, I think there's a potential for that to last 2 turns. Because it has the timer. So that tells me that that'll be 2 turns. Which, if this character can lock down everything within 3 within a range of like 3 tiles from her, that is amazing. See, all this character really needs is, like, say, I don't know, resistance. Just one hit of it. And poison damage. Yeah. Rare poison damage, that is also good. I really need to get this character new weapons. You as well. You don't have mana. You can't get mana collector. Bodybuilding. Once the character isn't wounded, gain 15% dodge. And this isn't damage. This is wounded, so they actually have to take a considerable amount of damage. Okay. You know what? Assuming that I don't have any other good options. I mean, bodybuilders are bad, but is 8% damage worth? Like just for comparison, specialist is 30% damage. Well, obviously you lose a slot, which can potentially give you a lot of bonuses. Like, this is a bad example, but this is a good example. See, like, you could have the bonuses from this weapon, and I could have, like, literally a second druidic staff that did more damage, but didn't have any of these buffs, and the buffs from this weapon would apply to the other weapon, assuming that it was, not the base damage, because the base damage is like the actual weapon stats, which is the stats you're using when you use that weapon's skills. So say I could take that for 30%. And this is just 8%. So it's like, ugh. There's also something to be said that I could raise my HP in different ways, but like, I could also raise my attack in different ways. And I feel like 15% dodge and +2 movement speed is better than just +8 physical damage, in my opinion. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. And yes, I could have also taken poisonous, but I feel like I wanted to do this a different way. And see, there's also 1 by 1. Whenever an isolated unit is killed, 4% bonus damage. Hitting a non-isolated unit resets this bonus. So if I really wanted to pick people off 1 by 1, and characters that weren't adjacent to any others, I could take that and end up with like a 60% bonus. But that's also like situational. But like, yeah, that's the difference. Oh, why'd you do that? Scared the life out of me. Oh, my heart just skipped a beat. Don't mind me. All right, where am I? Oh, right. I was looking at blood magic, and I'm trying to think of like what. I mean, aside from just like using vampirism, when the heck would I use blood magic? Again, I would need to be a heal tank, and I just. I think I would need to see somebody else doing the build. I've never watched anybody else play this game before. But I feel like I would need to watch somebody else do it properly for me to want to attempt it, because I feel like there'd be so many steps to get it to be good. That like I would rather just do the things that I already know are good. Besides bonus level up. Crazy amount of movement speed or crazy amount of armor. As characters kind of very reliant, not very reliant on their armor, but very much want their armor. Pretty well get or health regeneration. So yeah, our character now has like I said before, almost more armor than health. So you literally have to do enough damage to kill this character multiple times to like actually like chip away at their HP. Unless you just one shot them or you pierce their armor completely. But only some enemies do that, and they can be avoided. And their damage can also be offset by, healing yourself. In other ways. Here's our range character who. It's going to be a mana collector, so First Blood might be good. Could also add 36 to their armor. That isn't bad. Let's level them up first. Let's reroll. Let's reroll again. Okay, so I can go for mana. Or I can go for armor. Okay, so Mana Collector only works at the end of your turn, so I'm actually going to take a single hit of extra mana. I can't change this. Part of me wants to take them, increase the experience points. Yeah, I think I am going to take it. I like to take them early, but not super. Like, I don't like to take this, because this is a perk point. And I don't like to waste perk points on experience, but secondary attribute on experience, though, that is far more up my alley. And obviously, like once you get to the point where your characters are like level 6 or 7, it gets to be the point that you really don't want to be taking that anymore. But like it's also, I don't know. I find my characters usually easily run out of experience, or not run out of experience. They run out of perk points. I think, yeah, each time until they level up until level 11. So once they get to level 11, like how many levels beyond 11 are you gonna get? That's usually like, you know, that's why I don't really take Avid Learner. I used to take it a lot, but now that the thing, now that the ritual, now that the mages are taking longer to break the spell or cast the spell, I find I'd much rather use the perk points for anything other than experience, and then use get lucky and then get experience here. Okay, I'm just gonna go first blood unless I see something else. Just because I'm just gonna have them going crazy with Mana Collector. It's also the case to be made for coagulation, but I can get coagulation when they're actually at risk, because currently I'm not throwing them to the wolves. Let's just take that. Though again, I could have taken this after I got Mana Collector, but it doesn't matter. Alright, I believe that's everybody leveled up. Oh yeah. Did you see our melee character with 160 armor? God. I know the Lancers are just gonna ignore it, but it's only one of a handful of enemies that are ever gonna do that. All right, definitely want the. Yeah, I want the caster to be over here, just because this will be a better place for their AOE, and them getting poisoned off all the time, because they have septic shock, poisonous, and stunning, so they can really hold up a lot of enemies. I mean, I could literally like stick them into this corner, like one of these two corners, and have them just constantly stun enemies. But yeah, runners are gonna be such a pain. That's why I got these. Right, I also have all these materials. God, it takes so long because I want to explain everything as I go along. I feel like this character's gonna have more, like they're. Right, I'm trying to recall what I was going for. So I wanted 2 on each side at least. Start. Obviously, I mean, there's nothing coming from these directions, so I'm not going to waste my time on them tonight. But I am going to put this here and this here, just to absolutely minimize the odds of anything getting past. And these are mostly just like future proof, or to future proof everything. Like I do want to be starting my walls. Well, let's start with the gate first. Just leave this outside the gate. Whoops. Well, I mean, it'll be like in such a like corner that like something would have to go through the two of these to get to it, so I'm not too worried. Yeah. Such is the cost of doing business. We only got 3 wall segments. But yeah, Rome wasn't built in a day. But yeah, so 3 ballistas covering each side. Well, and this one doing double duty, so we should be fairly good. God, I still need to unlock the traps and the trebuchets, but probably by the time I re-unlock those, the game will have reset again. Ugh. Anything I want to do with like barricades? What if we just put that there? Cover that. That there. Just to block their pathing. Everything else should be fine. I could put the melee character right here. Still need to replace their weapons. And I need that. They don't even have their full slots yet. Everything else should be good though. Oops. I want to end the phase. And start the night anew. But yeah, I'm not surprised that they nerfed the ability to spam ballista. Cause holy shit. Used to literally line. I literally made my walls out of ballista. Now they've set it to only be like a limit of 40 on the map. It's like fair. It's so fair. Right. Isolation. Does any of these abilities actually benefit from isolation? Or does it not need to be? I can't remember if isolation requires it to be on the ability. Multiplier applied to the damage dealt to isolated targets. Oh, I don't think isolation actually cares. I know momentum only works on attacks that have momentum. And opportunism only works with attacks that have opportunism. But I guess isolation doesn't care. That's what it's implying, anyways. Can I kill you with this? Yeah, as long as it hits. They have 19 mana regeneration, so I can kind of go wild. Though the knight's young, so I shouldn't be wasting anything. Oh, whoops, I was selecting the attack. Let's just nerf their stats a bunch. Or kill them. Whoops. I just accidentally murder somebody? Okay, I shouldn't be running them up like that. Let's have you hide. There we go. These weapons actually work great together. This one debuffs and this one has opportunism, which does more damage to things that are debuffed. Oh, I was like, wait, how did I hit you already? It's like, oh right, the tower. My head is not but air. Not but air. Let's do that and have both characters draw themselves up. Use all of their chest piece abilities. Or what's the name called them? Body armor. Yeah, use their body armor abilities. Oh, now the basic crawlers are getting armor again. Can't wait until I get the seer to be upgraded enough that I know what's coming, because currently I don't know what's coming. Because I really need to know when the... I can't remember what the name of them are, but the ones that debuff just... Like, the ones that can reduce your action points and stuff like that. Oh my god, those are my biggest nightmare. Let us have you here. Let's launch shots just about everywhere. And then pull you back out. So what you dealt with. I think this is... Oh, whoops. That just spun around and hit that guy. I was gonna say this is where I'm going to double bee sting to get the poison off. Oh, they are poisoned. Wait a second. The graphic isn't showing up for them. Because their health bar should be going green like this. Oh, weird. That is peculiar. It's kind of messing my brain. Do I want to waste this early? Actually, yeah, I do. Just so this little guy doesn't get anywhere. That's not going to reach the E with opportunism as well. Oh, I can use that during the same turn. Oh my god, that's silly. Everybody's done. A little bit of movement though. Well, let's reposition you here. Oh, now the poison graphic showed up on the health bar. That is. Let's make sure you're dead. You're dead, and you're dead. And I should do this. Let's just do it like this. Just layer on the poison. Ooh, that didn't hit you at all. Oh, it had 2 uses and I used 1 and then it only showed 1. I was confused. I was like, wait a second, I can use this twice more? What are you talking about? Sorry, my brain was confused. You're dead. You're not so much. Yeah, let's hit him from here. And I'll have this character just stand between the gate and the wall. Actually, no. They have poisonous, so I think... So I want them to stand. And this character was never God, the fact that this character isn't poisoned, it's gonna be obnoxious. I mean, they're not gonna be able to pierce this person's defense. But yeah, that's probably where I should leave him. Right, let's just run around with the melee character. Have them tank up over there. Poison various enemies. Make sure this armored one is dead, and then slow down the front. Should be good. Okay, that did exactly what I wanted it to do, which was poison them. Or not poison. I mean, clearly it was going to poison them, but wound them so they didn't do as much damage. Yeah, 39. Oh, it's just 39 every time. Oh, yeah, okay. Apply 30, except underneath that 39 because it's been modified. So 39 plus 39. 11, 6. It should be 78, which will of course go through his armor because it's poison, so he should be dead. Unless my math skills have failed me. Yeah, let's just throw out just a whole bunch of these things. I love the druid staff. The only problem is the limited amount of use of each skill. Hmm. I really don't. I need this character to become more durable. Because I feel like the best position would be to stand right here. But if that turns out to be a mistake, it gets them killed. You're dead. You're dead. You're fine. You're fine. Okay, let's. You're fine. You're fine. Okay, let's entangle the runners. And we have to stand at least here, so you'll die. Yeah, let's go back to you guys. The enemies, I hate this little area. Like the enemies could end up being more numerous over here. And it would be so obnoxious to only have one character over here. Like, obviously, this is a great choke point. But this is great. This place is great for AoE, which is why they're here. But, like, oh my god, it's just like. I feel like the melee character is just completely unable to really maneuver around here for the best effect. Though I should have used their other weapon. It might have been a bigger help. But it doesn't really matter because. Slow death is probably, yeah. Also, normal attack is more than enough. Okay, that should be good here. They're here, perfect. Oh, those runners still managed to hit the walls. Even with the speed beef up, but I mean, that's what they're there for. But yeah, it's pretty much the end of the night. And so now it's time to go hog wild on any character that that can take the hit. Oh, and I can do this on them. I went a bit overzealous on them. I mean, all these should be dead. You're fine. You're fine. Stand right here to make sure this runner doesn't do anything stupid. In fact, let's... This couldn't end horrifically. This tower right here will hit this. These two guys will get hit by this one. Yeah, it should be fine. Let's mop things up on this side as well. I'll leave these two to the melee character. Dodger, have fun being poisoned. Let's get you to not be in melee. Let's just send two blazes that direction. Send two shots your direction. And have the melee character mop things up, assuming they can hit to save their life. I mean, to be fair, it was a dodger. I understand why it wasn't that easy to finish off. Slight worry about panic. Worry no more, peasants. Assuming you stand right here, this shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, even both of them combined wouldn't be able to take this person, or wouldn't be able to deal damage to this person, so... Awesome. All that's left is for my melee character to stop missing. Be kind. Also... Yeah, at 21 mana, regeneration out of a total of 27 mana. Yes, and this character has too much mana regeneration, clearly. I've been too chased with my melee character. You... Oh, I should have gotten a lot more kills with you. It's fine, though. This character, I believe, is gonna wind up with mana. Yeah, they'll eventually... sorry. They'll eventually not have to worry about their mana at all. So even if they have low mana now, it won't come to bite them in the ass. I like to cinch the mana and health issue as soon as possible. So that's 2 less things I have to worry about. So usually my characters are either, fully capable of using all their abilities, or they're dead. And never anywhere in between. But that obviously does leave chinks in my strategy, because obviously that means my characters are very much reliant on their abilities to actually, be effective. Rather than just doing like boatloads of damage instead. We have enough tainted essence. See if I can't get the... Oh, no more to say. Welcome to the Orichalcum, Commander. This dialogue's been reset because they altered some of it. Dang it. No, I've read all of this. Are you lost, little lamb? Are you confused? Let me enlighten you then. Your dying world's echoes reverberate endlessly through the cosmos. You just won. You... Oh, that's what that meant. Sorry, I was like, the phrasing on this sentence is weird. But I gotta figure it out. You just left one echo for another. You see, the drama has been only wreaked... Oh, sorry. That's just my eyes mixing the lines together. You see, the drama has not only wreaked havoc upon this sphere. Realities have been twisted, mixed. Your runic nexus has suffered a massive damage. You and I are now bound by imperious forces. Sorry, I said that so quietly. Imperious forces. So get me that tainted essence quick. It's for your own good, my dear. You understand? Yes. Yes, my lady. You have something to say to me, too? Oh. Yeah, it's weird that their dialogue has been like somewhat reset, but it's also just like if it didn't get reset, I wouldn't be able to see the new dialogue, so it's fine. You have 9 workers. Let's start by repelling the fog. Which, oh, it's such a godsend. I really need that. Of gold. Guess where? I don't really need to guess where yet. Should also think about getting... Sorry, I just like focused for a second on this. I don't like any of these. This is just a basic crossbow. But I need to start focusing on maybe getting my next hero. But there's also a case to be made for waiting as long as possible. So my current character is going to get as much experience. Basically, I don't want to get another character until I need another character. Because I believe the inn will stock the same level of heroes is my highest level hero and then under. At least that's what I've experienced. So if I say have a character that ends up at like level 10, I might be able to get those showing up in the inn that are also 10. And that'll save me from having to split more experience. And by the time we're that high level, leveling up isn't going to be a big deal anymore. But yeah, let's reroll this. A wooden hand crossbow +1. Oh, epic, literally. Mana ring. I don't think a single one of my characters has mana issues right now. Poison damage is not bad, but like the only way I would have picked either of the two options is if this didn't exist. But yeah, yeah, +2 move, 1 propagation bounce, 15 armor, 3 block. Like, even as an offhand weapon, or not an offhand weapon, even as like a secondary weapon, this is still amazing. Just for the bonuses, even though it's only like a +1. That's immediately going onto you. This doesn't give anything. But yeah, obviously, it's not more damage, but I mean the propagation is more damage. The movement, the movement is nice. Yeah, energized. The first character to get energized. Second character to get energized. Do I want to get 3 characters? They have 17 mana regeneration plus Harvester. And this doesn't have to be all in one turn. So that is just... Okay, what's the alternative? Lone Wolf. Character could be a Lone Wolf, but also I don't have them with any AoE, so... Vampire. Fire. They haven't... They haven't the need for vampirism. Plenty of blood already in their veins. I'll pick this once Lancers start showing up. Once the first Lancers show up, the next level I'll take Vampire on this character. But for now, just Energize. Just if I see a Lancer, I just nuke them out of orbit. Alright, let's level up. I can't help myself. Yeah, more... Oh man, I love Coagulation. Coagulation's giving us what? 64 armor. Yeah, literally the only things that can really hurt this character is either gross negligence on my part or Lancers. Nothing else can hurt this character. Alright. And I've already picked your perk. Already picked your perk, already picked your perk. Okay, we just have to do the level ups now. Okay, since this is rare, I'll take this character's first hit of accuracy. That's always nice. And I will keep rolling. Let's... Do you have Coagulation? You do have the option of going Coagulation if I really feel like it, so I guess... And plus, if they take damage, it'll be nice. But yeah. 47 armor. Is there anything I want other than... Is there anything I want more than that? No, not really. Not really. Like, I'm looking at the melee tree, or not the physical tree. Steady aim is just like generically good, but I don't really need generically good. I just need like... I mean, nimbleness is also something that's great on this character because... Oh, I already picked a perk point. Oh yeah. Duh. That's like a kid in a candy store being like, "Ooh, I could also take this." Wait, yeah. So maybe they don't have access to this row. Which they might not. Coagulation will be next on my list of things to get. Resistance reduction. Oh, good. Yeah. I told myself that I was only gonna need like one hit of rare critical, but considering it's either that or 5% damage, which 5% damage is good, but 25% crit chance, give or take, is a 1 in 4 chance every time this character hits anything to restore 2 mana up to 20 per turn. Which, considering they do a lot of AoE, it's just potential to have infinite mana. So I feel like I really like that. There's an argument to be made. Some of these, but I think I'm just gonna reroll. Multi-hit. I don't think if there's any I mean, I know there's a multi-hit magic weapon. Magic missile would benefit greatly from this. There's a max of only +5. Sad. Just goes to show how strong it can be. Especially with the crossbow. Crossbow with more multi-hit just goes insane. Because it has... It both propagates and has multi-hit. So, on Blaze, that is. On Blaze, its multi-hit propagates. So you could just go insane with just setting everything on fire. Whole world's ablazing. It's no reason. I may as well have both these equipped because this just gives me another rotation of this weapon's abilities with no loss in damage, so there's no point in not taking it. But yeah. Wait, what did I accidentally take something else? Or no, I was on this character. I just moved away. Okay, momentum's useless. Healing received. Yeah, I mean, multi-hit's the only real option that I have. It's just, is it ever going to come into play? Maybe. Okay. Set of 9. Get this stuff going. I mean, 80 gold and 120 materials every night isn't bad. Is it 120? Or am I insane? Yeah. 28? 120. Why'd I say 128? Because I was like, it's either 60 or 80. Somehow that all got combined when I was speaking. Okay, let's look at the shop before I do anything else. Okay, this energetic armor. Lots of armor, lots of dodge, mana regeneration, accuracy, more dodge, more mana, more HP. I feel like this is expensive enough that if I pick it up, the amount of gold I'm going to lose if I don't end up keeping it, it's going to be very bad. So, do I want this as a permanent piece of armor on my characters? 21% dodge. Yes! the answer is yes. Another potion of energy +2. Take that, that's... +8 damage for my range character I'll take. So that'll offset the fact that they haven't gotten a better... or increased damage on their weapon. Offhand, a pistol for grave shot. Oh, I don't really appreciate that. Potion of strength, potion of health. I kind of over relying on armor a bit, but Oh, Warp Crystal. I was like, what the heck? But yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, wooden crossbow +2 is not much of an upgrade over the old one. I'm just gonna leave it. But yeah, question is, who gets 21% armor or 20%? 21% dodge. This is currently our solo character, so I'm partial to giving it to them. His pants go to our range character. Let's do a cursory glance. God, they have so much. 216. I can't get over that. I love seeing that. Like, their armor is so thick that you could literally have enough damage done to them that it would otherwise kill them instantly, and then be perfectly fine. Not to mention that, like, even if they take 59 HP worth of damage, it's all coming back. Very nice. I mean, yeah, our main main melee character doesn't really need better uh, defensive gear. I still have this holy ring because it offsets their innate healing penalty, and it only loses them like 3 armor, so it's perfectly good. Okay, I can sell back this stuff to the shop. Yeah, this one's gonna take so long because I'm taking. I mean, eventually eventually I'll speed up because I'll stop having to explain myself because everything will just sort of have already been explained. Question is, what do I need? What do I really, really need? Temple and Mana. Well, I specifically designed my characters to never need either of these. I feel like what we need is the blacksmith for melee weapon. Let's go for gold. Yeah, let's produce a weapon right now. Axe with isolation 7. 6 versus 66. Silver hammer. It's 112. Oh. Oh, for a second there, that only had one ability. I was like, what? What do you mean it only has one ability? Hmm. Honestly, the hammer was... In my opinion, I like the hammer more than the axe, though. Both of them combined can be amazing. That can replace the two-handed sword, because I find the two-handed sword a bit... To be fair. Considering the way that it is. A bit more clunky than the one-handed variant. Any scrolls I want? Not especially. Anything else I can do with the gold? Nothing unless I want to do another cursor glance through this. I don't see anything critical. It also refresh the shop, but hell no. Not gonna waste the money, I'm just gonna save it. Oh yeah, catapult. Can be used at night to hurl huge boulders. Limited uses, but automatically reloads during production phase. Ooh, it has a minimum range. Huh. Put it right here. I don't know how it works. Well, we have it now. Alright, we have this here. Yeah, let's just set out a bunch of these. I want to upgrade this as well. Upgrade it to mounted. Yeah, that should cover a lot of reflect. The reason I love Ballista so much, I mean, aside from the fact that it's just another unit dealing damage, it's just to deal with flyers and runners and crawlers. Just so I can let one enemy slip by me and not have like all my nerds destroyed. Not have everybody crying about it. It's also to like make sure I get perfect knights every time. Excuse me. Okay. Luckily, the fog's been pushed back enough that we actually have some wiggle room for once. All right. Let's end this phase. The stash is empty. Everybody's leveled up. Let's go. Welcome back to hell. And back to hell. How do you miss a wall? That's like shooting a shotgun and not hitting something. It's like physically impossible. It's like I assume it failed to like solidly connect in a way that dealt damage, but it just the idea of it like missing the wall in any other sense than it like all I can think about is it actually like trying to hit the wall and then like it just hit like slamming its hand into the dirt instead. It's like, how do you do that? How do you do that at all? I don't understand. Also, there's our Lancer. Right, let's pierce this armored guy's armor. Yeah. Okay. Once members of an elite guard, their armor and spear are part of them now, enhancing their skills. They have great reach and can pierce even the toughest armor. Yeah, armor piercing completely ignores 216 armor. Yeah, so these are priority number 1. But on the plus side, if you kill them before they do anything, you know, you still have that 216. Also, how do I use this? Okay, I see. Sorry, I'm just tickled pink because I was like, please don't have to be like a hero next to it to be used. No, it's I get to throw it at shit. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna save it for like a perfect opportunity. But yeah, I am so glad these exist. Oh, just two times a night I can just like hurl a rock to fix my mistakes. It's like a ballista that I control. Oh, sorry. That's satisfaction. Okay, let's have the poison bounce between these three and it render them deceased. He's like picking up like it always does. And let's end our turn. Yeah, see, the crawler like right there is very dangerous. Like, that's so dangerous. I might just have my melee character run out for it. Okay, it does 90 to 120. I mean, okay, well, okay, I have two. I have two ballistas in this thing's path. So if it, let's say it moves right here, it's gonna get shot by this. It's gonna kill this. Go up to this, and then get shot by it again. So it's, can it survive 180 damage? Yes. It'll technically have effectively 200 HP, so if this ballista doesn't pull its weight, it's gonna be in trouble. I'm gonna be in trouble. Yeah, let's armor pierce that. That was probably a bit of overkill. Whoops. Poison you, poison you. Both of you a little kiss of death. Same thing with the two of you. Oh, could you not miss 3 times? I know they have high dodge, but still. Damn, that's not. Oopsie daisy. That gonna hurt. Yeah, that's it's a blatant error on my part. I didn't realize I was oh. Oh, never mind. I thought I was gonna have to leave them standing there. I didn't realize I wasn't gonna have the option to move like here. Though this place is probably perfect. Especially because there's this that's covering. I mean, it's gonna do like 10 to 15 damage. So that's nothing. I mean, obviously there'll be like potential for more enemies to surround my character, but it shouldn't be too painful. That's what I'm trying to get at. Oh god, it's an elite mirror shield? Named after the incessant scratching. Returns a flat amount of damage, mitigated as usual, every time it is attacked by a hero. Yeah, bees. But bees don't. Sorry, I'm just inconsolable. This is gonna be painful, but do I have an alternative? They're claws, so, and they're poisoned for 3 turns. They're okay. They're not truly dead, but they're effectively out of commission, give or take. Gonna be using a lot of these charges. This will seem stupid, but I'm gonna punch them to break their armor. I should have done that first, and then I'm going to finish them off. That was a blatant error on my part. Yeah, I need the power Ds to Clear out some of these enemies. Okay, and then we move back. And yeah, I can't reach them from here. Right, can I, in any way, shape, or form, get in the way of that? Probably not. What I can do is potentially stun. Actually, no. This character is not going to get their armor back until later, so I need to make sure they're okay. That was a bit panic-inducing. And not in the game, in real life. That was panic-inducing. Yeah, who's causing panic? I don't think anybody is. Okay, it only has 69 plus 25. It's 94. It has a very low chance of surviving. Well, given the fact that it hasn't even pierced the defense, it'll be fine. Okay, you can get poisoned. You can get shot. You can get shot. You can get poisoned. You get shot twice. So it can't move. Have you some fancy maneuvers. And bravely hold your ground here. I need to make sure this one doesn't move. I'm gonna step you back. This is the really important turn. Yeah, that was. I just realized how overkill that was. Not necessary whatsoever. That one's dead. Let's do this one. Oh. Nope, let's make sure it's dead by doing that. Okay, 102. That should be enough to kill. I mean, it wounded them to the point that they're not going to be much of a threat. I still have a 1 attack, so I'm going to get rid of this runner. The question is, do I want to use a potion of energy to potentially get 3 action points, because I'll just spend some mana. No, I'll wait until next turn. But for now, I'm just going to have you stand there. You're all done. Yeah, this is going to be the first night that I'm going to be a bit iffy. But that's just a sign that next night I will definitely need to prepare more. There we go. Yeah. Hey, can you come over and get this character out of my way? Character. Get this enemy out of my way. Okay, first. Oh, god dang it. Ah! There we go. Stand like right here. Poison you. So they'll preferably not get to this tower before I'm ready. This character's going to take the first damage they've taken in a while because of this guy, but that is the price one must pay. Greatness. Okay. Poison here. Debuff here. Hopefully kill there. And we're doing this again. Poison here. Now what am I left with? What have I do? I think I have to hide this character behind the walls. That is the best place for them. But yeah, luckily with all the defenses that I've set up, everything shouldn't be too horrendous. That was still pretty minor damage. I think the Lancer did like 19 damage? Yeah, give or take. Alright, let's do this side first, because I have... pretty obvious targets. And then less so obvious. I think I need to slow you all down. And then just poison. It's a bit weird, but I'm going to stand them there so they can poison these two. Kill/stun this person. And, you know, save the day. Okay, I could have done that in any other order and it would have been better. Yeah, that one's fine. Okay, now I need to clean up this mess. Yeah, this was a bit. I mean, it's not FUBAR yet. But it's not the best. Let's have you. Trying to figure out where is the safest place for this person to be. Well, I mean, I think this just here. I mean, these two might attack, but also it's better than the alternative. Yeah, this character did get stunned. Oh my god, it's perfect. Okay, they're not dead. They didn't get hit. They didn't take damage. Oh, you dirty